dragon, right? Because I'm not talking about dragon from Yucatan, right? But I'm talking about dragon from the Chinese people country where they beat dragon kind of this. Because the issue is that something bad is about to happen with information. Rachel Kuhn saying that the budget will alter. Rachel Kuhn on this clip, he's involved. And guys, when Rachel Kuhn was fighting, when they took them to RLJ, the message as a speaker, my people, I really don't want to go in that my small old heart. And they took a lot of money and start renovating his home.
What's LBR in the comments? When they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were liberators. But when they get man, they teach them man. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you freedom what we need. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you lead our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighters, you destroy our country. They are freedom fighters.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning to our good people of Liberia and other people who are following us from other part of the world. I want to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and depending on your location. And it is good to be back here. And so today is Wednesday, the 26th day of February 2025. And we are here again. Oh yes, it is always good to be here to talk things that matter much to our country. And so for those of you who are following us via our various social media platforms, we are now urging you to share the live video, invite other people to watch as well. You know, there are a lot of things to talk about here today. Our country, as we always say, it's at a crossroad. Yeah. On a very, very serious note, it's gradually dragging into crisis, owing to the fact that government officials that people are looking up to, you know, to find a pivotal way, probably provide a mean through which, you know, a situation we are fixed with in our country will be addressed. But now these people are telling us we should get on our knees and pray. Oh yeah. So who are those people that are going to pray for us? Who are those people? That's the question. We need the religious leaders who have been silent over the past time, who were you know, appointed, given government jobs for which they no longer talk. These are the people we need to pray for us. Or are you requesting the old lady who barely eats, or whose children are not going to school to pray for us? It is so laughable. We'll look at that also. And we'll also dive into the speech of Dr. Roptel Ninja Petty. There was so many things that she said during our July 26th celebration, and a lot of people saw that to be something somehow. But we'll also look at that entire around Gafwan's statement. So let me quickly bring in Mr. Masale. Okay, so Mr. Masala, are you there?
Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, Mama Labira. This is Aliyu Masadi from Baltimore, Maryland, USA.
Mm-hmm.
Glad to be here this morning.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. How's the family? How's everything? Yeah.
Yes, thank God. At least we are hanging in here. Hope you guys
Mm.
are doing well on that side too.
Yeah, we are doing pretty good, and it is good. And I think you follow a communication from the executive mansion, urging people to be their own security in terms of maybe or having guns to register them and all these kind of things. So it speaks to the high level of insecurity in our country now, as we used to talk about, always talk about here on this platform. The country has turned into a violent state. So, seeing these kind of communications coming up from the executive mansion, wherein the president is urging people. It is a very good thing, though. But again, looking at that from the other side, it is something that speaks volume on a very serious note. So we are here. The
It
country is here.
doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't just speak to the high level of insecurity in the country. It also speaks to the higher level of the insensitivity of the president. Yes,
Mm,
the president with the lowest IQ ever in the history of our country. Yes.
mm.
Where in what we are going through now, they giving executive order for people to register just to tell you how low IQ our reckless and irresponsible president is.
Mm. Yeah. So that's it. And I play a voice from. We come to the main issue. I play an audio where you could hear Senator Biden. You know, Bannon was like, addressing some issues, the reason why he brought this government to power, the reason why he supported President Boykai. He feels that, things are not going well. Yeah, things are not going well. So you see, so you listen to Stanton Witherspoon also, giving his own position on things that are going on in the country. So these are people that heavily supported the regime, right? These are people that heavily supported the regime. Is that something like, somebody from the angle of the opposition is trying to flag these issues? Because the moment someone from the angle of the opposition talks about these things, people will try to turn them to be politically motivated and other things. But these are people from the inner cycle of the government who are coming out publicly to condemn the governing system under this particular government. So it is bad for our country. It is bad for our country. So very quickly, I have two audios to play here, Mr. Masale. And upon playing these audios, you will give your own analysis on what you make of the finance minister's statement in terms of the American government to place a ban on its usage, support, and other projects in the country. And also, I'm going to play the last July 26th celebration orator's voice, Dr. Ruptel Ninjapede. There were a lot of things she said, and I won't talk about that, but you listen very, very carefully. Firstly, beginning with Minister Gafuan's voice. Let me get this from the minister, and afterward, I'm going to play Dr. Pele's voice as well. So let's get this one.
Firstly, we're closing now with the American Embassy information on projects. Firstly, we're closing now with the American ambassador visited us last week Tuesday to give us updated information that I think we gave you projects that have been gutted, meaning canceled. I think they have Sterling Dospa and another three as we speak. Mr. Zoe is sharing with me a text, a message. Three more projects have been added. as we speak, the 1 billion to be canceled. So more projects are being canceled. Things are fast evolving. Projects that are on this list, the previous list that was given to me by the ambassador, include the architecture, engineering, construction, oversight services for watch and health infrastructure, about 2.9 million. Community-led monitoring, this is 185,000. I think this was mainly passing through an NGO. So data evaluation, learning, and technical assistance Delta, about 19 million. I think one of these projects, it will have helped us at the Ministry of Finance here to improve our monitoring and evaluation of arrest agenda. And then a project for education system strengthening in an amount of 23.4 million. Folks from the Ministry of Education, we gave you details on that. Elections and democracy, 15.9 million. Local empowerment for accountability and decentralization, LEAD. This is the project that Elon Musk texted about, the 17.9 million project. This project is helping us, or was helping us, in domestic resource mobilization. The Liberia Revenue Authority was the key beneficiary here. We are migrating to a new tax regime that has been approved by the Honorable Legislature, from the goods and services tax, the GST, to the value-added tax, the VAT. It comes with training. It comes with investment in systems. USAID was the main partner supporting. In fact, we're about to conclude a new domestic resource mobilization strategy for the next 5 years. And by the end of this month, we'll be done with that, completed. The review has been completed. For cabinet approval, USAID was the lead partner supporting the Liberia Revenue Authority. Even though we have a tax system for ITAX, Integrated Tax Administration System, the mean tax database that needed some technical improvement for investment targeted for that. This project was also to help us in domestic revenue or collection in counties, mapping up areas. We have the Decentralization Act and obligation. How do you evolve resources to the county and information on projects that previously were frozen?
Okay, all right. So I think we get a bit of what Minister Gaffan wants to say, but let me now quickly play the audio from Dr. Reptile Ninja Piri, and here is it.
I remain very concerned about the outsized influence of the United States in our transitional justice process. We must forge new strategic partnerships based on mutual benefit and disabuse ourselves of the notion that we have a special relationship with America. Truth be told, this special relationship only exists in our imagination. Lest we forget, the United States was one of the last countries to recognize our independence. Lest we forget, the United States has taken more from us than it has given. Lest we forget, the United States will always serve its own interests above all else. Once we accept it above all else, the United States will always serve its own interests above all else. We forget, the United States has taken more from us than it has given. We forget, the United States has taken more from us than it has given. We forget, the United States will always serve its own interests above all else. Once we accept these truths, we will appreciate that a reimagined Liberia is nobody's stepchild. Reimagined Liberia is not only free from colonial relations of power, it is also free from colonial artifacts that cripple us. In this vein, I would like to renew previous calls to adopt national symbols that represent the cultural breadth and historical depth of our shared experiences. I urge us to forge a new political identity by reimagining and revising these symbols. Why is the national motto on our seal not "the love of liberty united us"?
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Masale, you listen to the two audios. But very quickly, before I bring you in, let me quickly recognize some of our people here who are following us via our various social media platforms and also in Radio Land. Okay, we have David Gifler. He says, "Good morning, King's Radio and every loafer citizen. Thank you, God, for brilliant platform. I'm pretty seated and listening from Manjua Market, Waterside. Thank you so much." And we have David Tue. He's also following us from the borough of New Crew Town. He says, "Good morning, Stephen. I'm following the conversation from Matrawin residents in New Crew Town." All right. Thank you so much, David. And the other people, you can also do the same and send in your text messages about issues we are talking about here this morning. So now, Mr. Masale, you listen to the two audios. You know, this is something we have been talking about the American people's decision, the government's decision, you know, to have you know, a place of ban on some of its fundings to countries around the world, including Liberia. We have talked about these things, and the last time the information minister said, "Oh, this thing you people talking that we hear in the public, it has not been confirmed. The people have not told us," and all these kind of things. Instead of, you know, seeing how best to strategize, the government to strategize and find a proper plan. Now you listen to the information. You listen to the finance minister. He has confirmed this. He said the American ambassador visited him, and these things were talked about. And after he appeared before the Senate, there were a lot of things we were talking about how, you know, the government can go about and you were even proposing that people or should go about praying and all these kind of things, which, you know, point out to the fact that it seems somehow to be provocative. You know, I listened to him, I think on ERBC or something like that, trying to defend the statement that he made. It was just something common, just something that, or maybe a friendly conversation he was having, and he made mention of that. Are you kidding me? In this kind of situation. But again, let me play their boss voice. You know, today's audio day. We want to get these things so that when we are talking about these kind of issues, so you can be able to get the concept of what we are talking about. Let me play their boss voice. Let me play his voice. Just listen to this very quickly, then I bring Mr. Masala in. Yes.
You're sitting down conveniently in the state or somewhere enjoying. You think you're enjoying life. You got a message where you're gonna kill. If you don't come by to build a country for yourself, it's your business.
Okay, so you just listen to President Boykai and talking about Donald Trump coming for Liberians who are in America and don't want to return to the country to help build a country. So he says in his words that Donald Trump is coming for you people, right? That was what he stated. And now Donald Trump, you know, act was not only it didn't fall on those Liberians who are in America, but also fell on the Liberian government. It also fell on the Liberian government. So you see, so these are things we're talking about. So the people have taken a decision. Finance minister provide update, you know, a proper plan that the government, through which the government can be able to mitigate some of these challenges and maybe cross ahead of it as other countries are doing. And the man telling us to pray for the country, to pray that the people will not take their money back. I have to say, you know, the money is something that is being paid by the Liberian government to them. So very quickly, Ishmael Konto is also furthering. Yeah, so Mr. Masale, that's the issue. Now you can come in with your own analysis on the topic.
Thank you once again. Yes, excuse me. Yes, I did listen to Minister Gafuan or Nijepede, the lowest IQ president ever in the history of Liberia, Bwakai. I listened to the 3 audios. And again, to our listening audience out there, when you say Sire Radio to listen to us, we appreciate that. But please don't let your effort to go in vain. You're listening to us in time. When you place your call, we cut you off. Please, I will say this every day, time to call, please lower your monitor, the radio, because it affects our ears. It's very expensive to go work on your ear. And also to my Unity Party brothers and sisters, you are welcome to listen to the program. You can call here respectfully to disagree with us. But if you call here to be that aggressive, you come here with your feeling, we also cut you off. Okay? This place, everybody, welcome to the platform. Okay, to the issue there. This is Liberia. Excuse me, we are the 8th poorest country in the world. And this thing happening, this is something that if we have a serious-minded government, they need to speed up and see what they can do. As I said earlier on this show before, this is about you said cutting funding across the world. And it is for 90 days. I continue to say this. Our government should start planning for the next 4 years of Donald Trump presidency. And I think this is where we have now reached. Because if you listen to the Prime Minister, Mr. Gafuan, 7 projects were canceled and later another 3 were added there. That's 10 right down there. They have been canceled finally. And there is nothing going to reinstate those projects back to Liberia. They have been canceled by the American government. So as I said, the government should start putting strategy in place for the next 4 years of Donald Trump presidency. What they are going to do to cover those gaps that were funded by the state. I said it here, this is where we are now. So if they are happy to say, oh yeah, this is something that they never told them, it just all in the media, their social media, I think right now, if he listens to his final minister, that is because he sat with the ambassador, they talk about it, and 7 were canceled, another 3 have been added, 10 projects have been canceled from the American government to Liberia. So
yeah. So
can you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is time the government had to see what can they do to cover those gaps. Those 7 projects that have been canceled by the United States government, that was funded by the United States government, sending money to USAID, and all those projects were covered by them. What can the government do now? How can they generate revenue and things? What can they do for the past this coming 4 years of Donald Trump presidency? What can they do to cover those gaps? Because you can tell all that you will sack people, you will put people down. So this, I think the government should start planning strategy. What can they do? And as a finance minister of the country, when you sat over this, I think that you're supposed to address with the people. So I think this is what we need to do to cover those gaps. And what have you? You're supposed to start bringing strategy to those people, those senators that are over there, those lawmakers, representatives, and things. You, the finance minister of the country, you should be able to bring a strategy to them. I think this is what we need to do now. And you listen to them, some of them there, they are mentally inclined, they have some great idea. And you guys need to start working together now to see what you can do to cover all those gaps for the next 4 years. Because we don't, maybe after Donald Trump presidency, we may have another president that will come in and say, oh yes, this thing were done by Donald Trump, but for my own presidency, I'm going to cancel everything and bring those programs back and things. So as I said, this is a 4 year something, and I know we here, we see what is happening in this country. Since this man came to power, some of us in this country, we know what we are going through. We know what some of our friends and families are going through in this country right now under this main presidency. You see, there are so many things going on here. But Joseph Boakai, as a president, these things are going on. If he was any serious minded president who had leadership ability, who know how to govern, but this man, he just a clown. He doesn't know anything about governance. He took presidency to be something like a joke, and now he's there. People brag of him having 42 years experience. Or people said Joseph Boakai get contact. George Weah was irresponsible. He came to the presidency. All the country, all the NGOs left. When Joseph Boakai come to power, we will see NGOs coming back to the country. We will see investors. Where are those investors coming back to the country? 1 year plus now, nothing we have seen. Where are the NGOs? You see, we keep suffering. Things are just getting worse on the daily basis in the country. So where they experience, you people brag about Darius, they don't, where are you? Will I a tight transfer on you? You see, you people were there talking about China. Why the 3 billion that you people were breaking about China we gave to Liberia? You people just sat over there, you had the low IQ president wasting our taxes, our country resources, flying around, only spending money, saying he looking for investor, he making all those money have been wasted. Nothing, no achievement. This is Boakai traveled. One day, nobody have followed him as President Weah. When he used to go out, they will cry him wasting the taxpayer money. When he comes back, in 2-3 weeks, you will see people coming to the country. This most sophisticated government, the well-experienced president with all the contact, what have we seen? All of his travel he made across the world. 1 year, he just wasted taxpayer money. Instead of discussing, trying to see how to get to his executives, oh yeah, this is what Donald Trump said, and I think we need to start doing this, we need to start doing this. Things that matters to we, the Liberian people, these are things the president should be addressing. But now, we see that our country is going through such a problem right now, where in America was doing everything you did in the country that they have put up all of these things. The president is talking about reconciliation, about putting budget together to come and rebury people. We reburying people, it make impact on the life of we, the Liberian people. And he's sitting there giving executive order, people should go and register firearm. With registration of firearm, make impact in the life of we, the Liberian people. This man, his level sensitivity is so high. This is the president with the lowest IQ ever in the history of our country. I don't really know what's. Yes, this is why this is all about age factor. As you grow old, your brain start declining, and this is why they don't want to hear. This old man, his brain is draining down. Is now declining, so his IQ is very low. In every serious manner country, this man should have been changed ever since. And when you listen to Nijepede, everybody listening to her that time when she came and she made her speech and she loosely spoke there as the person who invited her, Joseph Boakai. He just speak loosely because he don't have no conscience. His brain is draining down. And she came, she did the same nonsense. You say America, they take more from Liberia than they gave to Liberia. Why are we crying today? You listening to the finance minister. All of those projects, all of those things were funded by America. All country in the world put money into Liberia than America. Name one country that put money into Liberia than America. But you sat there, you said, oh yes, America take more from Liberia than what they gave to Liberia. And those tiny brains, those chicken brains, because of party sentiment, they were there. Oh yes, she's saying the truth. This is the truth. If Liberia feel, oh yes, America is taking more from them than what they are giving to them, those they are all crying around here. Yeah, let's keep quiet and run our country. Yeah, those people been taking more from us, and even they say they are not giving you anything, we have nothing to regret because they've been stealing. But you listen to Nijepede, you listen to Gafuan today, America has been more, even our election. Our budget. How many countries around the world put money into Liberia election? How many countries around the world put money into Liberia budget besides America? And she sat there, she spoke and you people said she was saying the right thing. This is where we have reached now. Instead of the government trying to put strategies in place, Joseph Boakai is there with confused mind, doing a lot of confused things in the country. The money you're taking to put people together to settle a committee to go and rebury people, that money should be able to cover some of those gaps that you say was sponsoring. You telling people to go and register firearm. What that get to do with we the Liberian people? You're already over there, your police, IG giving instruction every night, then they are killing with the Liberian on a daily basis, and then you're there telling people to go and register firearm. What can that do for we the Liberian people? What impact that will be on our lives? See the way in which our country is today. This man, his level of insensitivity is very high. This is time now you should be giving executive orders how they should cut salaries and benefit. That's the kind of executive order you should be giving now as a sound-minded president. But because you are mentally deranged and confused, you know nothing, so you will just say that the dumb hell like they a lot of confusion in the country. Your 42 years experience, we expect to be getting the kind of thing from you if you really learn about governance within your 42 years of experience. You see, you Joseph Boakai, your 2024 entertainment budget was 250 some thousand. Now the 2025 fiscal year budget, you get about 500,000 plus for entertainment. What kind of entertainment you Joseph Boakai get to do? These are things you should be cutting down. 100,000 even enough for you. Oh man, what impact you are making people die before they come and give you the full budget of 250,000. This is 500 some more thousand for your entertainment. You get Rachel who gave you 71,000 for gasoline, 20,000 for generator to a horse. All of these things should be cut down now. This is why you should be giving executive order instead of giving executive order for people to register firearms. We had things that destroy our country instead of addressing those issues. Things that got no impact to make on our life is what you're talking about. Your level of insensitivity, Joseph Boakai, is very high. If Liberia was in a serious-minded country, we had serious people, but now they should be asked to step down. Because nothing you know, you are just a disgrace and embarrassment to our country. Nothing you bring to the table. Those people, when they saw you, that they use you and rape the country. These are executive order you should be giving now. How every lawmaker salary should be cut down. How all their benefits and things should be cut down. Why you will be buying somebody car and you giving them money to car, you giving them money for generator to their house, you even say pay their horse gear or whosoever. Then what the else giving him their salary, his salary, if you taking all those responsibilities? We are the 8th poorest country in the world. But we do all of these things for government officials, where the greatest country in the world, America, they can't even do it for their government officials. And we're sitting over there today to be doing you say. If America see you doing all of these things, you think they get right to cut up their support? Because if they can't afford for their lawmakers, you can afford it for your lawmakers. Where in America, our representative car, they gave him gas money, they give a gas and electric bill to a horse, the government is paying for it. Even when you get horse bill, government paying for all of these things. Look at Rachel Kuhn, your regime speaker, look at his budget and look at the speaker of America budget today. See all those benefits and things he's getting. So this is the executive order you should be giving right now, what the country is going through. How can you people generate revenue to be able, but all the money Liberia government upon government, they only generate revenue in the country to pay themselves, not with the Liberian people. They don't have time for us. All the money they generate in the country, everything, all the revenue, 80% go to what? Government, salaries and things. And 20% for we the Liberian people. What can 20% do for us? So those people only come to power to enrich themselves, not we the Liberian people. And when you say that, it be hurting some of them because of party sentiment. And when are we going to move forward? Joseph Boakai, this is the executive order you give it at this time now where our country is. You people said America were taking more from us than what they were giving us. But today, the whole world know every Liberian, even those one who are mentally inclined, that they get sense, they putting party aside, they putting the country first. Now they know that all this money, if this thing were not to happen, we will not know that all the money been coming in the country. People will say, oh, America can send the money. They send people beyond it to take it. But all those projects Gafuan get named that were funded by you said, to we the taxpayer of America, our sweat, the taxes we paid. We never knew about this thing, about all this money, but today we know them. So people be thinking that, oh yeah, America take more from Liberia, they give nothing like. But I think you people seeing it now. America is the only country that put money into Liberia than any other country in the world. Our budget, our election, even our government sector, all of those places, most of them are funded by America through we the American taxpayers. And this is why we say that, because we now work hard in this country, we pay taxes, and when they send it to Liberia to make impact on our people's life, and we get those irresponsible boys and get enriching themselves while our people are there suffering. And some of them today, this is so sad. You see people who are suffering in the country and people who are responsible for their poverty, they stand to back those people, they defend them. Some people, they sitting now, they don't want to hear what we are saying, but they are living in utter poverty, and those irresponsible people are living better life, and they are the cause of them living in poverty, but they will defend them. Just like what you said, we are sitting here comfortably, living life. We don't want to come back home to come and build our country. Donald Trump is there for us. And I told you, Donald Trump is also coming for you. And you see it now. Madam Sedi inherited Ebola. President Weah inherited coronavirus. And you, Joseph, inherit starvation from the U.S. government. Your government, and people will say, oh, you're happy for what's happening to us, this and that, because you're in America. We are not happy, but all the money that be coming in the country, why have you benefited from it before? So even when Americans, why, even though those irresponsible boys and girls, minister, director, lawmaker, they are saying no matter what, they are going to put their interest first before you, Liberian people interest, but stay. All the money be coming in the country, why you guys are benefiting? Why we the Liberian people benefited from it? 80% of all the money that come to the country go to only government officials. 20% come to us. And nothing, what can 20% do for us? So even today, if America stop it, yes, the Liberian people will still suffer. And those irresponsible people, they will still be enjoying one way or the other because they still get means of stealing. So they will not feed it that much. But it makes no sense, even when we say, oh, yes, we are happy with what Donald Trump is doing. You will say, oh, yeah, you're over there, you're happy because you're in America. This money been coming to the country, nothing we have been. And if we have a sound-minded president who had the leadership ability and knows about governance, this is the executive order he should be giving now. They to recast that entire nonsense budget and see how they can cut down some people, how to cut down salaries, allowances, and other expenditures that they are carrying on in our country wastefully. This is the executive order Joseph Boakai is supposed to get. You like it, you're not like it, I don't care less about you. If George Weah was in power, this nonsense, now you will not hear people crying like that. Because that labor, you call him labor, he know nothing, he keep for football fee, but he had experience than this dumb, mentally deranged old man who spent 42 years in government. Nothing he knows. The only experience he know how to use strategy to steal the country money to rape the country or with a bunch of gangsters and hooligans that surrounds him. If George Weah was in power, they hold you say something, but now giving executive order, he will start for himself, cutting down his salary and all government officials. And by now you have seen something happening in the country. They will tell you how they have cut down the budget, they have cut the other budget this way, they have cut this one this way. You say he know nothing, but we know. And some of you over there know if George Weah were to be in power, but now you are getting a good result from the whole you say something. While other countries in the world, they are not crying. They are putting strategy in play, cutting down their budget and other things. In Liberia, we are crying. We are the 8th poorest country. Other country, What our government officials receive, they are not even say receiving it. But yet then the president is giving an executive order for people to register firearms and things, instead of giving an executive order to recast the whole nonsense budget, cut down their salary, benefit and thing to see how they can cover those gaps. And that serious matter country with a sound president that knows about governance, this is what we expect of him.
Okay.
If you say Donald Trump was coming for us, Donald Trump also there for you. And Gafua, you're talking about religious leader, people should pray. Who are those religious leaders you are calling on to come and pray for the country? This is not about prayer. Look at our so-called chief imam crying. That one is a disgrace to we the Muslim of the country. But now they should revoke that position from him. Imam crying, you used to say that opening your mouth, wow, 2-3 times in a week. Calling press conferences and thing. You were back to back on George Weah administration. Today, Joseph Boakai has given you job or better driven chief imam. Keep your mouth shut. You can't say anything in that country. What is happening? You are a disgrace to we the Muslims. They should revoke that damn chief imam title for you. You can say there and say, oh, people used to look up to you. They are not looking up to you. They feel that, or you get a job now, you're making more money and what have you. You think those people that are looking up to you, they are stupid? The position you in today, other people were there. They know what people get as salary. All they say to you guys go for everything. They are not stupid to know what they're making, then they keep giving you money. You used to say that. This kind of thing, Joseph Baka say, okay, let me get that one position and he will show you more on my government. Or better driven imam. You are a disgrace, Ali crying. So we the Muslim in our country. They're supposed to revoke that title for you. So if you call your own people to come and pray for the country, that was so-called Chief Imam called Ali crying. Is today they ask you what advice can you give to the president? He talking about you will only tell the president about the legacy. See, all the lawlessness in our country, no respect for rule of law. See, today Joseph Baka has spent millions of dollars to remove a sitting speaker. You can't speak against it. See how police brutality, corruption, everything. You were speaking against George Weah government, but because today you own a board of NPA, you keep your mouth shut. A belly-driven chief imam, you are a disgrace, Ali crying. They should revoke that title for you and put somebody there.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Mr. Masale. So very quickly, keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. That's star 799 star 100 hash, and stand a chance to win for yourself 10,000 Liberian dollars. So keep playing, and the guy out there is going to do the draw. So it is very, very important. So thanks to those of you who are following us. Mary Tule is following us from New Georgia Este. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Asan Agazi Asan is also watching from Pinsville, and Jad Tube is also following us, followed by Queen Odell Grateful, also following us from Freeport, Abuja community. We have Vosu Gimme is also following us. And Dennis Sayan is also following us. Asata and Mela is following us also. Also fired Blamo and G Jefferson M Colette and Yasa Sharif and the rest of the other people. All right, so now thank you once again, Mr. Masala. You see, when I first listened to the finance minister's audio, I begin to ask myself a question as to whether Liberia is a serious country. On a very serious note. Because there will be no serious country where you have serious issues that are having serious effect on its people. Then you have government officials. You have their leaders to whom they are looking up to for decision, that will, one way or the other, resolve that particular issue and make the people live a better life. Then you have those people making mockery out of the situation. First, it was the president when the issue came about. President Boyka, in a public gathering, was provoking the Liberian people. And here we have one of the ministers who has been called upon to provide, an update or probably plans how this particular issue affecting the country now economically can be looked into and a remedy can be put forth. He spoke of that he talked about, and at the end, he telling the people we should pray. This particular issue does not require prayer. Oh, yes. There are certain prayer God doesn't even listen to. I don't care how people go on their knees to pray. There are certain prayers God does not listen to. Oh, you think that all the prayers God can just listen to? No. It doesn't work that way. You will not call on people to pray in that kind of situation where you have government officials who are not doing anything. They are taking home, this kind of salaries. And the government is loosely spending money. You cannot do that. And when you are doing these things and you call it for God's intervention, no, it doesn't work that way. You listen to Senator James Barney, right? You listen to what he said. He said one of the reasons why I supported President Boyka, it was because of his quote-unquote over 42 years experience that he had. And he went on to say, I looked at the then United Party, candidate, to put my support behind because I looked at his age, thinking that such a person who have changed the narratives since we consider the former president as somebody who knows nothing about governance, or somebody who just came from the football field and was elected to the Liberian presidency, who was then leading the country the way the country should be led to benefit its people. I look at Boyka then, thinking that owing to an age, you have changed the narratives. Look, the senator is disappointed. There's not all about, it's not only about the ordinary Liberians or people who then, talked about what we are going through today. There were other people during the time of the election. They said, I cannot vote Boyka. I will not vote Boyka because if Boyka becomes president of this country, things will turn upside down. People said these things. People said these things, and they are happening now. And now, not only those things that have been said, but now people who even supported the Unity Party government, they are now expressing high level of frustration. They are now refusing for people to tie them to the Unity Party government. These are things that are happening. No. I bet to go in the various communities. Do a survey. Go in the various communities, or even your friends that you know that supported this government. Just go to them and tell them that, you see that your government here, their responses. The people just in 1 year, few months, they are highly disappointed in this government, and the disappointment just began. So, buddy, you'll be there, you'll be talking. You're one of the persons around here causing how we are this, we are that, doing all kinds of things. Even the former vice president, Manatera, said a lot of things, thinking that you are bringing Boyka to power to change things around. And this is just the beginning of these things that are going to happen to our country. We are not praying for them. But if care is not taken, if the government, if the president does not take a decision that will be able to resolve this kind of issue, then Liberia, the ordinary people, I'm afraid. I'm afraid. I'm afraid. So listen, we said something the other time. This government will try all means, they will carry on. They will take all kinds of decisions. They don't want to know whether the decision they will be taking, it will be in the interest of the people, or it will be something that will affect the people, but it will do them just to get money, right? Now, these are some of the things that people will go on this or that, this. No, the reason why you see the president came up with that particular statement is because if you read that particular statement, you will note that it is because of the high level of things that are happening in our country here in terms of the crime rate and other things. That's the reason why that particular communication came from the executive. Now, here is the issue. These are things that happen when you have a government that does not respect the rule of law of the country. If people eat kinjo can just die, the government just go there and get the people some more money. They hold it. If police are around here shooting people, they killing the citizens that they ought to protect. These are things that happen. And when the citizens rise up, these are things that can happen. All time people go register, go do the other one, Mr. President. You are actually not in control. You have to take the lead. Respect the rule of law. Call on your security apparatus, who they can just wake up, and these people will just wake up and start to make reckless statements. Call on them. When the people are safe, you will not see these things happening. So that particular stuff is a trash. They won't benefit the Liberian people. Oh yes, they won't. So you are not in control of this government, Mr. President. You are not in control of this government, and you are not leading the way you're supposed to lead. Your own people, evident by statement coming from your own people. Yeah, you want to intimidate the common people? No, that will not work. We said these things over and over, that with all these things that go on in the country, and the executive is silent, the silence of the executive will produce something, and this is what's happening. This is what's happening. Let us quickly go to the line. Let me recognize the person. Covert Shan Tokpak. Tokpak is also following us. Kennedy as well. And Tumin Johnson is also following us. All right. So let me quickly activate the telephone lines so that we can be able to hear from you, our audience out there. What you have to say about this issue we are talking about? The minister is calling on you people to keep praying, and the president is also, calling on you in possession of illegal arms to go and register there and do all kinds of things like that. So 0772239933, 0886304497, or 0777-980375. The numbers to call, and keep playing the King's Cash giveaway. I was just told by the presenter that he just needs like 2 or 3 more persons to play. Then he will be doing a draw for people to walk away with 10,000. Can you imagine? So keep playing and stand a chance to win for yourself that morning. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Canton. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Chief. Tell us the name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. Let me say hi to my family in the U.S. This is Petmo Car, the visually impaired car that keeping this personal fee to the fire to the lower. The last time when Nishi came here and denigrated America, it didn't show any sign to the government of Liberia to have taken any decision. For the fact that the American diplomat had to war on that program that day, they didn't suggest anything to them. But rather, they embraced Nijepe lady. They said it was her own personal. How can help be her own personal statement when she was giving an address for Independence Day address where she was invited to serve as the orator for the day. They didn't start there. But the other went to China, when they came back from China, she she made some dedicated statement again about America. Talking about the decision that President we are told at the time for us to vote for America. It was wrong this time around. We are not going to do it. That was the reason why China slowed down on their project in Liberia, but this time they're not going to do it. So we saw these things coming. Still, they were not able to take any, they were not able to put any measure into play. So here we are. America is now taking the decision. We're all having consideration on us. Then they are coming out to say we should go for fire prayer. The last time we happened here, during our president, we had time. Some year 12%, we have took a step. Well, I am impressed on them that it was necessary that they make some adjustment in the pay grade to see how bad the country can run before the country collapse. They were able to come up with a system called harmonization that were able to save the country, which they describe as satanic. But here we are, we have the clever people, the smart people. We have a problem on here. They are saying we should go for fast and prayer so that America can change their decision. It's not going to change anything yet.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
It's
going to continue to get worse because the government had no clue, they had no idea to solve problems, or rather to create problems for the Liberian people.
Thank you. Thank you, Emoka. 077223 9933 0886304497 or 0777 980375. Let's get this person. And from this side, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm calling from Jacobstown.
Okay, go ahead, Chief. Your name?
Yeah, to pray for them, if they ask for prayer,
what's the name, Chief? Your name, please.
I'm the PRO of the United Christian and Muslim for re-election of Judge Weah.
You have not called your name. I say your name.
My name is Steve.
Okay, go ahead.
So if they ask for prayer, we are ready to pray for them to leave because they are doing the wrong thing. We will really pray for them. For me, I will fast to pray for them so that they can leave because they are doing the wrong thing.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for making your own contribution on the show this morning. 0772 239933. This person, good morning. Good morning. Tell us the name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Stanley B. Pastor calling from Johnny.
Yes, Stanley, you are live. Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, conversation was talking about people in Liberia to be specific. Look, when your friend is in
Stanley, he went off. I hope you can call back so that I can be able to get you on. I don't know whether your credit finished or not, but you can call back. If you can, I will appreciate that. 0772 239933 0886 304497. This person, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Liva Sandy, and I'm calling from Chicken Valley this morning. Oh, thank you for your talking point. You know, the last time when the woman said, the president said Trump was coming for the people of America, I think I called on your show. I said Trump was also coming for his government. And it don't even take 2 days. You know, this country will have to be serious when we are in power. Let me just get you a little story about Samuel Doe. Samuel Doe was the darling boy of America at the time. But when Doe said, I will pay America debt, that's what brought it down for. And I said it when Pereira made that statement when people were clapping it, right? Even some senators agree with me, with her at the time. They were saying, yeah, that's true, she's talking. And America is not doing anything for us. America, they don't just react. You see, when they suspended the UC program, they said 3 months, right? But like, well, when I even go 2 weeks, because they already had that motion that they're good. So for that, they just rule out within 3 days time they rule instead of 3 more. Other countries they still review their own. But most will come because this person will get it's not serious. People are looking at him breaking the rule of law in the country. Nothing is working positively. And America will not take the taxpayer money to be sending there, and people will be taking it and sending people to hotel to be renting and then doing things out of the way, breaking all the laws in the country. Then you will say that America will send their taxpayer money here. That's what more. I say you were President Barack's friend. Let us talk to him so he can change his mind. Thank you this morning for putting me this time.
Thank you so much. 0772 239933 0886 304497 0777 980375. This person, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm fine. Go ahead. You are live, Chief.
My name is Abraham F. Curry. I do join from Subadan community. What you are saying is good. I follow you live and clear this morning, your discussion. For me, our number one person voted for the party, for the country, when we look at how things going in the country now, the youth are really know in the struggle. And other people who run around to put in our place right now, and look down there to the lowest level. And second thing I can tell you for one reason, but for the US clothing using in other countries, it's from Liberia. I go with the cost. So if you say 400 plus million in your budget, and then the US coordination looking at you taking different dimensions every day, capital building laws down with different laws. I just think the US will be satisfied to be giving money in the African country.
Okay.
It's supposed to be one apple for the whole apple. So Liberia is one of the greatest problems for US or the US closing that uses support.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's get this question. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to thank you for the show, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah. Well, my name is Abraham. I've been seeking a Bible by Junior Johnny for 10 days. The way the people doing the thing, say rebel control running. What they say we will pray for, what the Prime Minister said we will pray for them for. That they don't want to be praying for because say after God, that they want to be praying for the citizens to be get your money. They will pray and they say we will pray for them, they can take the money, they eat it. Then what we pray for them for? We'll be praying for them, be enjoying with like everything. All you will tell and they say we'll pray for them. Me, I will never pray for them. I will only pray for the whole money we are in my Palestine, but I can't pray for United Palestine. I waiting for 2029 now.
Okay. All right. Thank you. 0772 239933 0886 304497. This person. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
You are live. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm cooking for call New Jersey. The story on the ground about praying for somebody. You see, that's what I'm here. You went to our family and said, please down now. They said, nobody get all the people on the top. All the people already in this country, they all the kids. Just don't be praying for all of these things. The children you think all, the receiver of the deal is called for friends. So it's still a big thing more out of all.
Okay.
All he's saying was something that he said, no. So they try to go back on his time, book and see what he can do there for.
Thank you. Thank you. This other person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, King's FM.
Come again?
Is this King's FM?
Yeah, this is King's FM. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much for the time. Yeah, my name is Panty David, and I join your conversation from my local resident in Franco.
Yeah, Patrick, go ahead.
Yeah, you see the kind of situation we have found ourselves in. You know, in this country, we are only surpassed by the mercy of God because we find ourselves in the circle. And simply because the circle we find ourselves in, there are many people who believe, most especially the people in our places, have the perception that once you are not done, or they are not done running the school, where you find a lot of insincerity coming about. In a situation simply because people nowadays or people in government feel they were not the one running the show. So everything we are did was wrong. Everything we are did was they use propaganda and lies to tell the country what we have to do. How do we have to president? Many of them claim was experience how to contact making decisions like this. You know what I mean? Nowadays, children who did not even see the world, did not participate in the world, they are brave enough to take knives, but they inspire people. But you see, people from the rest of firearm. All the international contact, the party, people claim that the party have just USA program, just the same 2 weeks. You want to tell me the entire government lost out here?
Oh, yeah?
They don't want to do just one. Just imagine if China was all having the Liberia.
Yeah.
But one thing we can say this to the final minister, Mr. Minister, we are not going to pray for you. We are not going to pray for GNP. Because upon the level, everybody claim that you have the technical ability to solve this. GNP is well contacted out there. We are not going to pray for him.
Okay.
The only thing we are going to pray for is to pray that God have mercy on our life to see the next 5 years so we can get rid of the entire and bondage that we have put ourselves in.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for holding me the time.
Thank you. This person, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. Go ahead, Chief.
Anyway, I'm Lasana Salif calling from District 17.
Go ahead. You are live.
Oh, you know, my brother, this thing, the government thing we've been discussing, Joseph Baka is just unfortunate. The man is being barricaded with evil people. So to reach it is very hard. The last time, Kura Fufana went on and said that Joseph Baka can listen to a radio station. And if he can't listen to a radio station, he will not survive. Because the people around him will not want to hear anything good. So that's my info. Like try to be listening to radio station, then he'll be able to understand the plight of the Liberian people. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me quickly look at this communication from Monserrato County Senator Abraham Darros Dillon. He says, as soon as we develop the spend at the legislature to reduce our monthly earnings and benefits, all the other arguments may start to make sense to our people and the country. We will then have the standing to demand cuts when necessary across government entity. 5,000 maximum or even below monthly for ranking public officials elected and appointed could be a place to start. I have a bill on the floor of the Senate to this effect that we can use as a basis to do a holistic review for actions and enactment. I drafted and submitted this bill in 2020 when Mr. Weah was president, and I resubmitted last October on this Boycott administration for our action. Okay, so he said, join me. Okay, just so I think this just the most important part of the communication he sent out. So, Mr. Masale, you just listen to the communication that I just read from the senator. Quickly coming, probably have something to say about that. Then we take at least 5 more calls, and we'll call you a day.
Yeah, that's a brilliant statement there from Darros Dillon. This I think we expect to hear from the president. Yeah, this I think he should be giving executive order on now. Yes, there are some people around him. Yeah, their head is somehow straight, even though sometimes it can shift a little bit. Like when he was breaking up, they coming to get $5 billion from China, and when Liberia ready to taste this and that, all kind of loose talking he was doing. But this is brilliant of him. I appreciate him for that, Senator Dillon. And I hope and pray that those irresponsible and greedy people will follow you to put the interests of the country first instead of putting their interests first, because those people feel like to be representatives, senator, minister, director, that the only way they can get rich on the expense of with the Liberian people. So it makes sense, and I think instead of crying about using funding here and there, these are things that the government need to do now. Give executive order, cut down everybody's salaries or allowances and other things to see how to cover those gaps. So, Elon, and I hope your colleague will follow you, both senators, representatives, and other government officials. Joseph Waka, you have to get executive order on this, and you make sure your executive order who. When we finish with that one, now you can call your children and to come register that gone there, and you'll be kidding with the Liberian people. Congratulations in advance, and bravo, Senator Dillon. That's brilliant of you. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's good. And we said these things over and over. If the government, right? If the government does anything that will benefit our people, trust me, we'll come on a platform to appreciate them. We are not doing this thing for ourselves. No, we are not doing these things because we hate certain people. No, there's not hatred, but rather our advocacy are based on what we think should be done for our people, for this country. That's all. So let's take I think we can take like 5 more calls, then we call it a day. 0772239933, 0886 304497, 0777980375. Let me get this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, this is Johnson calling from the street.
Go ahead, Johnson.
For me, I would never consider the law or congratulating for anything. You know, it's an enemy of the state. They don't fought against the bill that President William trying to push to cut down the presidency for 6 years to 4 years. They don't refuse. He went on the street, he complained against something instead of rain. They don't say for the top president. Even though now to say that, and they don't know what we doing over there. You failed us.
Okay.
There's no second chair that you bring in. We smarter than that thing you played before. You are answer of this state. You stood against the changes today. And 9 years, that's only 9 years. They said yeah now, so we talking about 4 years. So we're talking about the many things the new drafting. You was the minister that something. Don't say what forgotten. So what do we do? When we bow, you will tell that we have been over the power. The constitution says that the power lies in the hands of the people, and there will be. I will never, ever forget it. It's late and you must do it. If you don't do it, you're like, you put that out. Thank you, my dear.
Okay, thank you. That's your own thoughts on the senator's communication. But let's get this other person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I'm Bianca calling from Real Estate.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, and you know me. I'm thinking about Matale in our studio or whatever. You shouldn't congrats the Lord. The Lord is a wicked man. He's doing the campaign. So the authority is speaking to her against him. So that is just for them. Even if I don't pray, let me pray for my President Weah. And I'm because they need studio. I can pray for anybody. So when we get time for them, let us just go ahead and do that. They are all between them. They are going to deal with the between them.
Okay, all right, thank you. Let's get 2 more. And this person, good morning.
Good morning, my friend, brother of Steven Country. And let me say good morning to the listener for in the program.
Okay.
The news about political slaughter Ibrahim Mobe and all this morning from the Congress sitting in Congress. And you know, it is disheartening. It is frustrating and pathetic for the lawman to be talking about reducing senator salary. It is the problem. While when we were campaigning, they didn't tell the people that we should pray for the economy. The economy is not spiritual, it's not Quranic, they're biblical. We saw yesterday when the coronavirus hit this war, when Ukraine and Russia hit the war, there was no balance of trade. People, major commodities were not coming in because most of our commodities are being input there. The law and the rest of the government is a Wakano was saying because Joshua did not have a contact, Joshua does not have leadership. There's a reason why they have the same increasing. Never knew Joshua when he did as the West President of Weston and Samuel 12, they Hollywood the day when he called to a quick intervention in the economy to stabilize macroeconomic stability. They said let us enter the IMF program to expectation of our people to reduce wasteful spending in government. And you saw the guy protesting and that economic mentor saved the country for still spending because we are not car for any assistant ministers in the country. He reduced gathering prayer. Even we reduced trash car. Some of ministers they never had trash car.
Okay.
Even went to the legislature. He come on that salary. For today, but the low level be said, the sense of fun was the best economy in the world.
Thank you, my dear brother. The last person, and yes, not many people want to talk, but I get this person. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Pama William Nigeria from the single bill this morning.
Go ahead, Williams.
Let me say good morning to our brother in the US. Discussion. You know, my brother, we don't need anyone to pray for this country. The president have people, he have the Muslim Council President Ali Krayi at people. He is a good imam. I think he can pray for the Muslim, he can pray on behalf of the Muslim, and the president has or the Reverend, the party chairman, he is a Christian and he has a church, he is a Reverend. Dr. can pray on behalf of the Christian, but no other person in that area we should say we'll go on Sunday, we'll waste our time to pray for heaven, that God should grant all heaven, then we should go pray for Liberia. Pray for Liberia for what? When the American government send their money here, we think we get a lot of to go to in hotel for so many months with our guests, and then we can still pray for the country. Pray for the country, so another money you can't even go remove because you should be something given away. We can't do that. They're not to pay here. And I think that they're not saying that. So, the Lord is only fighting his defeat in Mosrado. That all he's doing nothing for because the Lord, all the thing he's doing is deleted.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you. Let me just hold you there and quickly go back to Mr. Mansale. Yeah. So you listen to the callers, Chief. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Thanks to the caller. I even said when the call segment to end, but
yeah, we are almost out of time. Yeah.
We have to respect time. Yes. Thanks to the callers. I respect your view. Like my other sister said, we shouldn't congratulate Delon. I respect your view. Yes, I know how you feel or what those people did to the previous administration, President Weah, when he was in power. And, you know, this I think we continue to say, if we had a president who had a mindset of governance, he knows about leadership, and I think we'll still be talking some of these things because when he was to come to power, the first thing was to think about reconciling the country. And we were going to put all of these things behind us, but his failure to reconcile the country today, he keep with anger, bitterness, and it still continue today in the government and in the country. This is why you see we will still be talking this thing. And this is the first president I have ever seen that took power and he refused to reconcile the country. And lawlessness have become order of the day, no respect for rule of law. The country has been governed lawlessly. This is the first president ever in the history of our country. This is the first president ever in the history of our country with the lowest IQ ever. So we don't know where our country is heading to. But I'm congratulating Delon because this is why we expect to hear from the president to tell people, oh yes, we need to cut down our salaries and other things so that we can be able to cover those gaps that was funded by USAID. That's what I'm congratulating him for because he's the first to say this. Even the president should be the first to say, hey, this is the executive order we expected to hear from the president. But unfortunately, he's giving executive order for us to register firearms and things to tell we the Liberia Joseph Boakai has undermined the peace and stability of our country. Liberia is no longer a safe place to be. We pray for our people there and those that are always going back there. We pray for them. Because if you can see your president is having a sonar and putting the army outside water and things, this is just a clear indication that the country is not safe. He had destroyed the country. There is no peace, you see. But I respect you people. Yes, everybody have that opinion. So that's my reason of congratulating DeLong because this is what we expect to hear from our president. But unfortunately, he doesn't have the brain for that. He doesn't have leadership ability. The only thing he can process in your brain, how to steal the country money, how to create strategy to steal. That's the only thing Joseph Boakai can process. And Ali Kraim, we the Muslim of Liberia, we had to make sure to revoke lifetime disgrace to we the Muslim of the country. He was vocal on George Weah administration, and we expect him to do the same. But he has now become a belly-driven chief imam. Okay, after he buried, Boakai had given him job so he cannot be vocal on his administration. He is a disgrace or so-called chief imam. I don't have time for that kind of imam. You want to remain being vocal in Joseph Boakai administration, just as you did it in George Weah administration, But maybe George Weah didn't give you job, that's why, and Joseph Boakai gave you job. So you sell your integrity, you had no moral value. Ali crying, you are a complete disgrace and embarrassment to we the Muslim of the country. So to the callers, thanks for taking your time listening to us. And we are not going to pray for USAID program to come back to Liberia. We are not praying for that because all the money that were coming, as the other caller said, you people were using with the American taxpayer money to be sleeping in hotel with people, children, people, women. Joseph Boakai was wastefully spending our money. Like you see, I'm sitting here this morning. I drop my children off to school. I go to office. I get a flight to New York this morning, going to go work. You see, and we can be paying our taxes, and then when they send it to Liberia, Joseph Boakai be giving it to a lawmaker to go sleep in hotel with people, children, because they want to remove a city speaker illegally. So we stand with Donald Trump. They should cut off every support that going to Liberia. I don't care about other countries, but Liberia as well. I know George Weah make the Liberia to understand with my international help, we can survive. He did it. And if Joseph Boakai had a leadership ability, he can do the same thing. But unfortunately, he doesn't. Thanks to the call, we can see Friday again. God bless Liberia. God bless America. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And so that's I would like to say many thanks to every one of you who follow on today, others who make their contribution. We'll be here on Friday by the special grace of God, and we are hoping that everything works out. We are hoping to host the former media supervisor in the office of Speaker Funati Kofa. We are hoping to host in that Brian. Oh yeah. So coming up very shortly is a program King's Daily with the man Sam Andrew. Have yourself a blessed day.